how's my life going? I'm glad you asked. So in the dead of night, we signed Paul George. We signed Paul George to a what deal? Let me look at this again to make sure that we're really paying this fucking much. Graphic, show me the graphic. Isn't it 212 million for 4 years? 212 million max contract for 4 fucking years. Now, I'm not surprised. I already went to bed last night knowing that we were going to sign Paul George. Because after we talked him in the Clippers, it's not working out. He was definitely leaving the Clippers. Then as the night went on and went on more, it was between basically us and the Pistons. Like right before I went to bed. That was the last thing that I saw on Twitter that was circulated. So I'm like, all right, obviously we're going to get Paul George. Because if you have to pick between the Pistons and the Sixers, I mean, I don't like Philly either, but Philly is a way better landing spot for you than the Pistons. So in my head, I'm coping. Like, I'm hard coping because, I mean, I don't hate Paul George. Like, we'll get to it. We'll get to the shit. So I'm already like, all right, like, this isn't going to be so bad. You know what I mean? Like, the fit for the big three that we just kind of made, it makes sense. We're not completely grabbing the ball out of Maxey's hand. So the fit makes sense. Okay. I already knew I was going to wake up to this news. I didn't know we were going to throw the bag and the fucking bank at him. Hello? $212 million for 4 years? I don't want to be the one to say it, but why the fuck would anybody pay that much money for Paul George right now? Even more, Daryl Morey, why are you dick-eating? Why are you giving this man this much fucking money? We weren't even the first option. We were like the third option. And when he was debating on whether going back to LA or going to the Pistons or going to... Why are you dick-eating like this? You did not have to give him $212 million. How much is that a year? Divided by 4? That's $53 million a year. You're a dick eater. I don't know why you spent all that fucking money on him. That makes no sense to me. And we have him for basically the rest of his career because he's already 35 now and 4 more years he's done after this. Why the fuck are you giving him a deal like that? What? You had the upper hand. That's why I went to sleep. Cope.
It's gonna be okay.
Because I thought, oh, okay, we have the upper, and then at that, let's talk about the good things. Let's talk about the good things. Oh, good things, good things. Let's talk about the good things. We did pick up Andre Drummond. Yay, for like a vet minimum. So that's why I'm like coping pretty good during the day. Because I'm like, okay, all right, we are looking at role players. This is going to be great for Embiid. We did have Andre Drummond before, and he was good for us. I don't even know why we got rid of him when we had him for like 3 months or 2 months. We didn't even have him that long. And when we did have him, he was doing good. And we just got him back for like no money. Like, all right, we're spending carefully. Okay, we're doing good. We're getting some role players. This is going to be a presence for when Embiid needs to sit down and rub his knee. Great. So we're getting back to that. That's a great thing. Okay. Eric Gordon, I don't know why y'all are lying and acting like I'm really supposed to be excited about that. I saw niggas talking about, oh, do you have shooting? That's shooting. Shut the fuck up. This nigga's not been shooting the lights out anywhere else. But of course, when it comes to Philly, y'all like to big shit up. So then when shit falls apart here, then it's like, bad things happen in Philadelphia. That nigga ain't been doing nothing. Shut the fuck up. So I'm not even taking that seriously. He not even gonna be in the fucking mix like that. Get out of here. I'd rather have fingernails shoot for us more than that. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? All right, anyway, you had the upper hand. He was running out of options. We were literally the only, you're not about to go to the Pistons. Sorry, Pistons. You're not about to go to the Pistons. You should have said, hey, yo, bro, I don't know what to tell you. You 35, you win a little title shot. you're gonna have to say we're still gonna pay you. We respectfully. Yes, we do have to pay Paul George. Absolutely. Yes, we will give you. Yes. Yeah. Absolutely. 212 million is excessive. Absolutely not. You should have sat that motherfucker down and been like, look, we're going to pay you. You will be okay here. Okay. But we still need to build some pieces here. We need to deepen this roster. We need a bench. We need to get some solid role players. And if you want to contend and if you really want to try to get a championship, this is what we're going to have to do. And I know you don't have any more options left. We're still going to pay you something nice, but just can you take a little bit less for us? But you put his whole dick in your mouth and was like, here for crumble cookies. Like, what? We extended Maxey, so that told me that we were really pretty much done looking or trying to get extra role players and pieces. Because the thought was we were going to sign him later so then we could play with the money afterwards. And we gave him, as deserved, 5 years, I think 204 million for Maxey. Clap it up for the young boy. Clap it up for the young boy. Maxey absolutely deserves it. This is our young boy. This is our future, period. So that was good, but I was like, okay. Well, now there's like not too much money to work with. We could have had more money and signed someone else substantial. I remember there was like rumblings of Clay because, well, now we know he's going to the Mavericks, but they were going to do a sign and trade, blah, 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 whatever. And he was, and Clay was asking for, I think, like 12, 15 in other places. And it's like, oh, that could have worked out. Whatever, it's done now. We got Kelly Oubre back, so claps up for that. Claps for that. I know the niggas love y'all some Kelly. I know all the Bati boys. They all gonna be front row at the Sixers game because y'all love y'all some Kelly Oubre. Okay, I see y'all. So y'all boo is back on the Sixers. Y'all get to see him. Hey, we have the bird rights for Melton and Buddy Hield, I believe. So when we have that, we could go over the our cap space and go over our fucking money. So, I mean, we got some money left. Fuck all of the contract shit. This is what I'm talking about. And I've seen a lot of people say what I've said. You just spent $629 million to be mid for a mid 3. And that's no disrespect to the players. I'm saying within the East, what are we doing? I understand that this is a good fit, but this is Philly we're talking about. This still doesn't move the needle. It isn't enough. This isn't enough to beat out the East right now. So we're not moving the needle. And all I keep on people saying is, well, if they're healthy, well, granted, if they're healthy, that is a huge if. And you know that's not going to be the case. By All-Star weekend, Embiid is already limping. So we already have to account for one of them, if not both of them, is going to be out. And then what's going to happen? We're in the same predicament. It's going to be Embiid and Maxey by themselves again, or it's going to be now Paul George and Max, because Maxey going to stay healthy. Once we get our bench, how are we about to get our bench? Now we'll want money. Daryl Morey, you got to stop being a dick eater. And I remember people always saying, oh, Daryl Morey, he's good. He pulls the trigger. He's not scared to make big moves. Yeah, you make big dicky and dickheaded moves. You didn't have to give him all that fucking money. Still not enough. It's just not enough. So congratulations. We're going to be second rounded again, most likely. I mean, we have to see it. We have to actually see how everything will unfold during the season, how they play. But I mean, right, it's just not enough. It's just not enough. I feel like we just don't move the needle. It's underwhelming. It's just underwhelming. It's really nothing to be mad at, because it's nothing that's stupid. Anything about it is necessarily bad. It just doesn't move the needle. Of two, if not both of them, are guaranteed going to be hurt. I don't wish it on them, but let's be honest. The past couple of years, how many years of them was Embiid hurt? Fucking all of them. We need more depth. We need more of a bench. So, I mean, until we get that, congratulations, Sixers. You've just been second rounded again. We have to actually see it. We have to give, Nick Nurse, benefit of the doubt and see how we're going to, where all the pieces are finally going to fall. When the season starts, then we'll see what the lineup really looks like, how we're going to flow. We'll see 20 games in. We'll see we'll see by All-Star weekend, that's midway through the season. During February, you have a pretty good idea. And then there's always moves by then anyway, because that's years ago. That's when we fucked around and we got Jimmy Butler. I was like, I've been revived, midway through the season. We have to see how everything is going to fall in terms of the lineup, the actual team, but just him being here is just not enough to move the needle. The fact that he's 35, injury prone, we have another old nigga that's only getting older and is also injury prone. It's just not smart. Zach LaVine, nobody fucking wants Zach LaVine. All right, I'm not just stupid dialogue, because people are like, oh, well, would you rather have given them all the money to Tobias? What the fuck are you talking about? Who even said? They realized they never even said anything, because it was known that Tobias was not about to fucking stay in Philadelphia. Who the fuck is thinking that Tobias is staying in Philadelphia? What are y'all talking about? He just went to the Pistons for some fucking crazy amount of money. Good riddance. Goodbye. All of Philadelphia this should be a fucking celebration. Everybody in Philadelphia should get a fucking free crumble cookie. True. So we'll see. The Sixers will prove you wrong. I don't know if you're like 12 years old or something like that, but I've been watching the Sixers my whole life. This is how it is. I don't know what to tell you, babe. They don't gotta prove me wrong. Do your fucking job, bitch. Be an organization. Why do we give a max to Tobias? Like, it's just because Daryl Morey is a dick eater. He's a dick eater. $53 million a year, 40 a year, 160. That's good. Why not? $160 million contract? Paul George, what do you want? You really don't know what the fucking playoffs feel like. You don't have a ring. So how, and bitch, we was your third option. So, I mean, how much you want me to fucking give you? That would have been better. We would have more money to play with. We're going to the second round again. Do you like that? Are you happy about that?